Wisconsin battle, we bring in Fox News contributor Leslie Marshall and Chapman University law professor Dr. John Eastman. Professor, first to you. Now, you noticed Mary would not answer the question about a strike. I put it to her several times. In many ways, she wouldn't answer because a strike is illegal in the state of Wisconsin, but she wouldn't take it off the table. You can't, if you're a union entering into collective bargaining, that is your ultimate tool, is it not?
Well, it is, but public employee unions typically are not allowed to strike, and for very good reason. Public unions are different in kind than private sector unions because the people on the other side of the table is the public. And they're negotiating with people they've put in office, and the one seat at the table that remains unfilled is that of the taxpayer who have to pick up the tab. And it's why we don't give the strike a prospect. It's why FDR said that public employee unions having collective bargaining is a bad idea.
Well, Leslie, here is specifically what FDR said in a 1937 letter that he wrote to a union rep. He said, and I'm quoting here, "A strike of public employees would cause the paralysis of government by those who have sworn to support it. This is unthinkable and intolerable." Do you agree?
Well, I don't think that we're hearing there will be a strike. What I heard Mary say is that if the I don't think she's in a position, David, with the unions in the state of Wisconsin, even in her position to make that statement, especially if that has not been addressed or if a decision has not been made.
Leslie, she could not take it off the table. I gave her many opportunities to say that it is off the table, and she wouldn't do it.
Well, because I don't think that's her. I don't think she has the authority to say that alone, quite frankly.
But the point is, if it's illegal, you just say, no, we're not going to do it. It's that simple. She would not say that. The point here is that without the strike option, why do you have collective bargaining at all? What is the ultimate measure by which you can force the employer to do what you want them to do?
Well, I don't disagree with that, but, you know, collective bargaining, in a sense, is completely off the table and hasn't even been voted on because the governor wouldn't even give 60 seconds to sit down with the unions or to sit down with the teachers. This is obviously a personal and political attack on the unions, and the people that will suffer are the people of Wisconsin, not just the public workers and the children of Wisconsin.
But Leslie, avoid the rhetoric here, because let's be specific about what happened. The governor did sit down with union representatives. He did talk to them, and unions under the governor's plan now could still represent workers, but they could not seek pay increases above those pegged to the CPI, to inflation, unless approved by a public referendum. Does that not sound reasonable?
David, what bothers me is the governor himself said that this isn't about money. The governor himself said that if he restructured the debt that he has, he could work the numbers. He doesn't need to do this. This is purely political, and to attack education for politics is disgusting
education,
to the people
Leslie.
and the children of Wisconsin.
Well, hold on a second. Dr. Eastman, the point is he's not attacking education. He's attacking a union that has become intransigent, a union that already has, by the way, a salary and benefit of $76,000 per employee. They're doing pretty well there, and I just read what it was that the governor wanted. Don't you think it's a reasonable request?
I do, and he's attacking the unions, not the teachers. I mean, the notion that this is all about the kids is over now. When they engage in a coordinated and illegal sick-out, which they've done over the last couple of days, leaving kids to fend for themselves, parents to scramble to get child care arranged. This isn't about the kids. This is about getting more perks, the union getting compulsory dues, weighing in into political campaigns. The notion that we're going to keep doing that in perpetuity when it's already bankrupt the states across the country is preposterous. And I applaud people like Governor Walker and Governor Christie for trying to take it on.
All right, Professor, you touched on the other point, which is the workfare rule, which he puts into this law. He says unions could not force employees to pay dues, and they would have to hold annual votes to stay organized. So it's not that he's forbidding unions from working among the teachers. He's just forbidding the forced use of collectivization.
Right. He's providing choice to the workers on how much they want to give to their unions. The unions have collective bargaining, and because of that, they can compel certain levels of dues and then use it as they want.
So, Leslie, hold on a second, Professor. What is wrong with that, Leslie?
Well, first of all, I want to correct, because you guys keep throwing out 50,000. It's a range between 30 and 50,000 for their salaries, A and B.
No, Leslie, hold on. Leslie, these figures are specific figures. They come from the Department of Education in the state of Wisconsin. 51,000 is the average salary, and 25,000 are the average benefits. This comes from state official records. I'm not just throwing this out there. It's the Wisconsin Association of School District Administrators.
I don't think you are, but what I was given by them this morning was 31 to 52,000 range, plus the 25,000 in benefits. And speaking to the numbers of what the state of Wisconsin is paying to teachers, look at the numbers. It is not what they're paying the teachers and the public employees that is burdening the state of Wisconsin. It's convenient to use the unions. And by the way, if you burn down my house and I'm in it, who suffers, my house or me? So when you say this is an attack on the unions, it is an attack on the teachers and the students and the people of Wisconsin.
Who's suffering? Isn't it, Professor, the students who are forced to stay home as a result of these sick outs, which is another form of a strike, which is illegal in the state of Wisconsin?
Yeah, not only is the sick out causing harm. Hang on, Leslie, he asked me a question.
Go ahead,
Not only is the sick out causing harm to the students, but the increases in pensions, the lucrative benefits, are making it more difficult to fund the systems. And you know, this stuff has to come out of someplace. So it comes out of additional teachers in the classroom when you pay overly lucrative benefits and pensions to those that have already been there.
Bottom line is this is not only going to be happening for the next couple of weeks in Wisconsin, it's going to be happening everywhere, in California, in New York, in New Jersey. The whole country is going to be going through this. Dr. John Eastman, good to see you. Leslie Marshall, good to see you as well. Coming up on deck,